What's up, guys? My name is KhaoticK, back at you guys with a little one a day. We're coming at you with a new video, and in this one, we're going to be reviewing the Euphoria of 3-ME PCP. And that's also, the full name is 3-methyl PCP, and I'm going to be going over the euphoria of this and why I think it's pretty euphoric as a dissociative. And the euphoria mainly comes from the transcendent experience it has. It really thrusts you into a new dimension and a new reality. And I'm going to be explaining exactly how that's pretty euphoric. And if you're not into holding on dissociatives, definitely don't try this one. But it's very potent, very therapeutic as well. Lasts pretty fucking long. It could last up to 12 hours. It definitely lasts up to at least 8 hours. And let's get right into it. Hope you guys just stay high, stay lifted. And let's get right to the video. So anyways, yeah, the euphoria of 3-ME PCP, I would give it, I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10. But like I said, the euphoria comes from the magic of this. This one in particular is actually the most similar to PCP, meaning the structure is most similar, not the mania. Now this one has some mania to it. There is some manic quality, but I wouldn't say that it's very manic like PCP. I've never tried PCP, but I've heard it's very manic. The mania does not get in the way of this one. It's very sedative, very like therapeutic. I don't know. It's very much like kind of like, I don't know, a tranquilizer, meaning it's one of the more tranquilizing dissociatives I've done where you're really gonna be in like a new world. It really distorts your reality, distorts your perception of space and time. But the euphoria comes from the way it actually acts on your brain. It's very therapeutic. Like I'm talking like you have a changed experience and it only takes up to 20 milligrams to hold and 15 milligrams probably for your first time. It's very potent stuff. And I guess that could vary from batch to batch, but the one I have, very pure, bro. Too pure. And it's not addicting either. Like I've done it probably a handful of times and it's been like probably like a month or two, maybe 3 months since I've done it. So it's been quite a while. And I've really had no urge to do it, although I do love the experience. But you know, it lasts a long fucking time. I know for a fact it lasts longer than 6 hours. Pretty sure it lasts up to 8 hours, but it's also a very rare RC. Very rare. And again, you know, it looks very similar to PCP. It only has a methyl group attached. So yeah, it's just insane. It must retain the magic of PCP, but it gives it a sedative quality. And the sedative quality really makes sure you're not like going crazy off this. You're gonna want to lay in bed and melt away. It's gonna feel like a very nice experience. Very different from most other dissociatives. It sticks out for sure. And I've done fucking almost 20 dissociatives, bro. So yeah, and please be careful with this one. Take 10 milligrams for your first time. Do not take 20 milligrams because that's just stupid. Definitely don't hold right away, but allergy dose it, allergy test it with at least 5 milligrams. Don't be doing 20 milligrams like off the bat, off the rip. Very bad advice there, but you know, just be careful with how you're using it and use it therapeutically because I'm telling you, it's going to be way better of an experience, okay? And it doesn't really matter if you're going to use it therapeutically or not. It's going to give you that experience pretty much every time. Every time I've tried it, it's gotten me to where I want it to be. And you can vape it as well. It's actually not uncomfortable to vape. It's very vapable, and sometimes I prefer that for shorter experience, but nah, bro, you gotta go for the oral dose with this one. For sure. It's gonna give you that experience. And I did read a little about it. I think it's because the oral dosing, the reason why it gives you so much more of an experience, a longer one, almost all of 3-ME PCP is actually metabolized and put into your bloodstream. So it has very high bioavailability, meaning, yeah, it's gonna get into every single tissue really well, and I can attest to that. That's probably why it feels so much more potent than other dissociatives. So most of the drug is not going to leave your system. So expect effects to build up quite a lot, okay? Definitely. And it really changes the game of the dissociative there when it, you know, has a high bioavailability. While oral dosing, yeah, so I really am not sure about the bioavailability, but it may be up to 90 to 99%. Yeah, from my experience. And I did read probably 99% is metabolized. That's what I read. I think it was studied. I'm not even sure, but I think they did study the bioavailability and it's fucking up there, bro. So in other words, don't really redose with this one. Don't redose. Wait at least 4 hours to redose with this one, because that should give enough time for maybe it to start dying down. But trust me when I say this, it's still very much in effect after 4 hours. So honestly, don't even redose until 8 hours later at least, because it is a very, very long acting dissociative. Now, when a dissociative lasts that long, it tends to be more euphoric in a way, you know, as long as you're having good experience. But for me, it was just top of the notch. I'm in my bed. I am floating away. I am just in disoverse here. It was just crazy, bro. And one of the more like, you know, kind of euphoric, manic, sedative PCP analogs that I've tried. Like, it reminds me a lot of 3HO PCP, which is actually stronger than this. It rivals 3HO PCP. I would say this is probably maybe the second most potent PCP analog, and definitely most similar to 3HO PCP. 3HO PCP would give you this experience within like a 2 to 4 milligram dose range if it's very, very pure. So that's very, very more potent, right? But this one, yeah, it's like sub 20 milligrams for a whole. So that's pretty fucking strong. So definitely take 5 milligrams for your first time, work your way up. Titrate up. Don't take a big dose off the bat, I guess, unless you're, you know, disso not, right? But that's up to you. I really don't care. You're not gonna die, but you are gonna be thrust into the cosmos. Yeah, that's not, you know, an understatement either. Okay, be very, very, very careful. But yeah, again, the euphoria just makes you feel, you know, like warm with this one. You know, you're in your bed cozy. Everything feels soft. Everything feels nice. And you feel like your brain's resetting in a good way. And don't expect to do anything maybe the next day. If you have a very strong experience with this, it's going to last quite a long time, and you're going to be kind of feeling after effects for at least a day afterwards. So I would only do this on the weekend. I would not do it during the week. Not at all. Not at all. You would take this like Friday night, Saturday night. Should be good. But don't take a Sunday night if you have a Monday through Friday job or other obligations. But you definitely will be feeling effects up to 24 hours with this one. A lot more than other dissociatives. So watch out. And you shall, you know, have a great time. Again, it is one of the more euphoric dissociatives I've done. Definitely up there. Kind of like ketamine's Euphoria, but it has that PCP kind of like mania energy to it. It feels really nice. Really, really subtle in the beginning, but it builds up. And then all of a sudden, you're almost having like a disso ego death. And you're like contemplating your life. Oh my God. This stuff puts you in like a crazy memory recall, by the way, too. Like, you have like a life review, bro. Like, you start contemplating all of your decisions you've ever made, everything. It could be intense, bro. Like, you may even be sad. Like, just be prepared. Like, it's not always gonna be, you know, hey, I'm just getting high for the fuck of it. No. You know, it's more of like a psychedelic. You have to respect it. And it is actually a lot more psychedelic, forgot to mention. A lot more visual. You will see a lot more warped sensations. It's actually very similar to kind of like DXM's, you know, DXM's view of the world when you're on DXM. Very similar. Like, you have like melting kind of visuals. I don't know. Your vision looks like it's melting down. And I don't know. It's really hard to focus on things. And everything is just 10 times more weird. You know, all while like thinking these crazy memories. Like, you start having some crazy past experiences come up and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? But it's very therapeutic, you know, with that in mind. Like, it's very therapeutic where if you have trauma, things that you regret, embarrassments, you're going to feel reset from that 100%, and it will last. It definitely will last. The only thing I would say is if you're abusing drugs that kind of bring out remembering the past in a negative way, like drugs that give you come downs and bring out, yeah, like reminiscing and all that stuff, rumination, yeah, those are the only ones that are still going to keep fucking with you, obviously. But if you do this and you're not really abusing any other drugs that give you come downs and you just take a dissociative like this one, you're going to feel reset, bro. You're gonna feel times 10. All right, like if you're just smoking weed and doing dissociatives, you're gonna be on your game, bro. So, but because it lasts long and, you know, it could be addicting, I would not advise taking this every day. I would not do that because it has a lot of loopy kind of, like, it really fucks you up, man. And the after effects last a long time. So yeah, if you're taking it every day, you're probably gonna have it build up in your body. So I would not advise that, you know, and respect the substance, respect your body most importantly, and don't go into it with an addiction mindset. But these experiences could be a little addicting because they do open your fucking world up, bro. They open your third eye. Man, bro, like if I could tell you how many drugs have opened my third eye. But Molly was the one that actually, yeah, opened my third eye. But this is more of like ego death, bro. Yeah, like I had like an ego death on this one. It was like a safe ego death versus kind of like acid ego death. It's so in your face and you're like, oh my God. This one is more subtle, but don't get it wrong. You will have a death of your ego, which is a good thing because ego is a bad thing, right? So But again, the Euphoria gets a 9 out of 10 for me because it's not like an empathogen or entactogen. It's a dissociative. So keep that in mind. Don't go into this thinking you're gonna get like a crazy dopamine surge. That's, reserved for the drugs that cause that and do that. But this one, very, very mellow, perfect drug to take on the beach. Perfect drug to just relax. Don't take a high dose on the beach, but take a low dose. Yeah, or you will have an ego death. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are staying high, stay lifted, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.